Well, look at that. Seth Jarvis re-signs to a max-term deal for 7.5. Now, this is an unbelievable contract. Now, I want to talk about Seth Jarvis, obviously, the player. Seth Jarvis, the player, needs to have a discussion. But I also want to talk about how intelligent of a team the Hurricanes are. Like, yes, they haven't, well, they won their cup a while ago. Like, yes, they haven't necessarily won in terms of recent history. But here's the thing. They always remain competitive. They always make smart, forward-thinking moves. They always have these excellent contracts. Like, if you look at Seth Jarvis, for example, this guy is about a 60-point player, 80 games. He's only like 22, I think. He's only 22. And this kid, 7.5 on a max deal. That's good. This contract is going to look like an absolutely excellent deal. I want to be clear. I'm telling you, in 2 or 3 years, when this guy's firing 30 goals and 80 points for 7.5, the Leafs are going to look extra dumb for giving that pick up. Like, here's the thing. You can make the argument that maybe the Carolina Hurricanes aren't like the best franchise, smartest franchise, but I would say, like, which franchise is smarter all around? Like, which franchise is smarter just all around and everything? Like, yes, they might not have won a cup in recent history. Obviously, they won that cup a while ago. But, like, what franchise is better in recent history at being smart with contracts, smart moves, just intelligent moves that just make sense? You know, the 1-year deals, the long-term contracts, getting players that are on low value, just intelligent management. They have excellent coaching. They are a stable franchise in terms of they don't make, like, crazy moves that just don't make sense. Like I know I should be talking specifically about Jarvis, and I will, but like the Carolina Hurricanes are an intelligent, smart franchise, straight up. That's just a fact. So the total value is about $63.2 million. Now let's compare this to a Leaf contract, for example. Let's talk about William Nylander. I think Seth Jarvis could literally score and be just as good as William Nylander, about an 80-point, 30-goal guy. Maybe William Nylander might be a little better, but this contract is going to look that good in about 2 or 3 years, especially with the cap going up, no doubt about it. Now, obviously, Seth Jarvis is an undersized player, which is always going to be, like, undersized players, they do always struggle with just certain things. People try to pretend like size just doesn't matter anymore. It does, obviously. You know, he's still 5'10", and 5'10" players to some degree are going to always struggle to some degree getting to the net, winning battles to some degree. Sometimes they can be really good at it, but there are some times where if the player was a little bigger, they would just be better at it, obviously. That's just a natural thing. But at this, when you're getting this much of a good deal on a player, you absolutely have to take this deal. Man, the Hurricanes are such an efficiently run franchise. You know, it is very interesting, though, because Seth Jarvis actually isn't bad defensively. Like, he actually can play a little bit of defense. He's a decent two-way forward. He's actually an okay forechecker, which is surprising for his size. It's just sometimes you figure to yourself, if he was a little bit bigger, like, oh, he might be, you know, better at doing that then. That's all I'm saying. But it is true, though, if you actually look at his player cards, he is pretty damn good at forechecking and being a two-way player. And, you know, don't get me in trouble for this. This is kind of a loose comparison, but he tends to have a motor and an engine that's relatively comparable to a Ryan O'Reilly or something like that. Like, yes, Ryan O'Reilly's an unbelievable player, but he just goes and goes and goes and goes and goes. He almost, I mean, God, I would love Easton Cowan to be able to work out to what Seth Jarvis is. I would take that all day. I'm telling you, if anybody that listens to this video, you want to make a bet with me, I will bet you any money, 2 years, this contract is going to be one of the biggest steals in the National Hockey League. Think about it, 7.5. Dude, that's nothing on the cap. They all these smart franchises always get all of these like really good deals, it just kills me, man, because the Leafs always have to overpay to keep stars. Oh my god, it pisses me off. Like, yes, I get maybe the tax situation in Toronto and Carolina are different, blah blah blah, but what an excellent move. Just Jesus. Now, as for his projections, so he scored 33 goals and about low 60 points in 80 games. But remember, he's only 22, right? Players usually hit their best strides from like 24 to like 27, right? I absolutely think we're talking about a point per game player here. Absolutely no doubt about it. And the Hurricanes got the max 8-year deal too. Ah, God. Just, I can't believe this. Like, when I see a player that I think, whatever, should have been a Leaf, I would have drafted him, absolutely. Just like I would have drafted Travis Konecny. It just kills me. It just kills me. They all these players signing, reasonable deals on their 8-year deals that should have been Toronto Maple Leafs. It's just, I can't with this stuff. I shouldn't let my emotion get through, though. This should be just me analyzing a hockey trade. But things aren't that simple, guys. Things are not that simple. Now, I guess you could say, and this is one thing that I should have mentioned by now, that this is like a bonus-laden deal, which could be a reason, it could be one of a precedent setter, quote-unquote, that's why it is like this, because it's a bonus-laden deal, but I don't care. Whatever you want to say, however you make the deal cheaper, whatever, man. 7.5 is an unbelievable deal. Like, I personally think, I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. I think this is a franchise winger, right? Because he can play some D, even though I think if he was bigger, he'd even be better defensively. But he can actually play some D. He can forecheck. He can score. I mean, this guy's got it all, man. This is just no doubt about it. And remember, the Hurricanes still have Aho, who is signed to an excellent deal. They have Jarvis, Slavin, these guys. I'm telling you, the Hurricanes are set up to be a good team for 5-8 years now. I mean, come on. Now, again, I'm not like a contract professional or anything like that, so I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys that I am, but it has to do with deferred money or something like that. I don't know. I'm not really going to be able to analyze this cap hit properly, but apparently that lowers the cap hit like crazy. And honestly, I don't know why teams didn't, but teams didn't do this earlier. You can do it though. This has been possible in the CBA since like 2005. So I really have to learn exactly what they're even talking about here. If I'm honest, like I don't know exactly what they mean. I don't know why the hell you wouldn't use this earlier if you had the option. Like, why wouldn't you use this earlier? There's got to be something that like I don't know right now. So hey, if you have further information, drop it in the comments. I would love to know. I'm always willing to know something about contracts, because hell yeah, if the Leafs could do this, hell yeah, I'd love to do that. I mean, again, what a forward thinking, what a smart move by the Hurricanes. Like, why wouldn't you love this? Come on. Anyways, I'm going to leave this video here. Drop a comment, subscribe, like. I really appreciate it. Thanks for tuning into the channel, guys, and peace.